Alright, so
3, 2, 1, starting now.
episode 1, season
You mean
1.
episode 2?
No, episode 1, season 1. It's always episode 1, season 1. That's what we're going to do for every single podcast.
Okay, alright. But no one's gonna know
Part
the order.
4. Part 4.
You have your co-host, Adrian.
And your other co-host, Justin.
And
J-Rod the God.
Okay.
Justin Michael.
Just waiting for me to talk, I guess. We have a special guest today. We have Lit Jan over here. Lit Jan.
No, it's Lit Dan.
Lit-
You fucker.
Lit Dave.
Lit Dan, what's up?
We got Lit Dave over here.
Nah. No, it's Nick.
We have Nick. He also works with us in the shops. He just the usual guy, does nothing for his life.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm Lit Dan and I get lit.
Exactly. He used to skateboard a lot growing up.
Yeah, we went skating today.
Yeah.
Me and Adrian sucked
And
really bad.
they said I was complete trash.
Garbage. He's like the Tony Hawk of pool. Don't fact check us.
Yeah. Remember, we're like Wikipedia, so your teacher wouldn't support our facts.
Pretty sure I broke my arm today.
If you can move it, you're fine. Drink some water.
Yeah.
I got some.
Take
an
a
Adrian.
knee.
Yeah.
Take a knee.
I got some ibuprofen
Get
in my
MRE.
drawer. Don't worry about it.
Alright, but yeah.
If it goes that bad. Alright, so tell us about skateboarding. Like how you got into it and whatnot.
Oh shit. So being a pro skater, Lit Dan. I started when I was -1 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing fucking ollies and shit.
Immediately hit a kickflip as soon as you were born.
Talent.
Fucking C-section out of that bitch. Fucking half
Grind it out.
Have grinded out. Killed it. You immediately killed it.
No, honestly, I think I was a little kid and I saw some fucking Tony Hawk like those tutorial videos, like the ones like on VHS, and I like bought them from somewhere.
VHS.
Yeah, like
Dude, how old are you?
22.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
What are you, 20?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Yeah, I'm 19.
Oh, you're acting like
You're a
50 years
geezer,
old.
dog. You're a
Right.
geezer,
Well, I'm
dog.
22 with so old, but VHS put it
What does
in.
VHS stand for?
Video something.
Vehicular homicide slaughter. I'm just kidding, I don't know.
That shit got dark real quick.
Fucking just like the uterus, but no, I saw one of those videos and I was like, damn, that's so cool how Tony Hawk's fucking sketch ass is rolling around 6'9", fucking dropping in.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, I really want to do that, and then I started just skateboarding.
Like, what year? How old were you when you started skateboarding? Just like
I was probably like 9 or 10.
9 or 10.
And then I skated till probably like my sophomore year in high
But did
school.
you have like a good board when you started out?
Or did you have the Walmart board?
Did you have a mongoose?
I think
I had a mongoose. I had a mongoose.
did. And then like I kind of learned pretty early how to put a board together and all that stuff, and I knew kind of what the good boards were.
Nice.
But when I was young, I didn't even know what the young. That sounds like a fucking Asian name.
Young.
Hi, my name's Young.
So, when I was a kid, I used to have a neighbor named Jason and Jonathan. They used to just live across the street. But I was like a baby, so I would always run over, and they would love me. So they'd like pick me up, put me on their shoulders. They were huge skateboarders, and like they build cars and all that. They're like
Borrachos.
no, they're I don't know what they were. I forgot.
Get your
I
Mexican
forgot their
ass
I forgot their ethnicity. So they would skateboard down the neighborhood, and they were really good. They would like grind on the sidewalk and all that.
You're like,
Just
they were grinding
killing
on Miss Reeves. Miss Reeves didn't know what's going on. Shit.
it. And so whenever my brother, because my brother's older than me, I'm the youngest in the family. My brother got a mongoose skateboard because that's what my family thought was a good skateboard growing up. Like immediately went to Walmart, grabbed one of those
Boom.
mongoose $40 skateboards, pretty much like a $20 piece of wood with wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And he started going down the neighborhood with it, started learning some tricks. He got pretty good for a while, but me, the younger brother, I was like 6 or 7, didn't know how to like even tie my own shoes yet. I'm kidding. I knew how to tie my shoes at 6 years old. At the Velcros.
Like shit, I didn't.
I had the Velcros. Don't worry about it.
I'm like, lucky. I didn't even have shoes.
So one time my brother
Chunkless.
was trying to do a kickflip, and as he does the kickflip, he doesn't land it. And so Jason, one of my neighbors, he grabbed the skateboard, does a kickflip, immediately lands on the middle of the board, snaps it in half, didn't have a skateboard after
Bet you
that.
he did that shit on purpose.
It was a
Just
shitty
tape
board.
that shit back together, bro.
Just tape it back
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
That's
how you
like
do it, man.
the worst idea you could ever think of.
Put more grip tape on it, just boom.
Yeah. But I did have, like, the quarter pipe that was there at the skate park. My dad made me one of those in
Nice,
my
man.
backyard. And so I used to do that all the time. And
I wish I was rich.
Well, I was. Oh, okay. Maybe. No, like, I mean, I can't help when I'm growing up. Like, I'm not rich, but like they had enough.
Yeah,
money
they
to do
had
that, and
money
my dad
to afford it.
was able to build it, but we had a skate park just like that one because I lived on the beach, like
Oh, where are you from?
Florida,
What part of Florida?
like Fernandina Beach, Florida.
Fernandina Beach.
Fernandina.
All I heard
Near
was
Jackson.
America's trash can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me a story about Florida when you were there.
Oh man, about what?
Like,
Like anything. Like, you know how you read, like, on the internet, a Florida man did this, Florida man did that. Have you experienced a Florida man in person?
Like something just crazy.
Like,
that-
you know, when I go downtown Anchorage, I experience Alaskan man, crackhead, you know, running across the street trying to get hit by a car. Because
yelling
he
at
think-
you like it's their, like it's your fault.
Like
for
it's my
driving.
fault. Yeah.
Florida.
When they're walking in the middle of the road.
I don't know. Not really, to be honest. Like,
Really?
yeah, surprisingly, no.
You've never experienced a Florida, like,
I'm
not,
sure I have, but like,
not even a guy just running across the street, ass naked, doing a front flip because someone said do a flip.
nah, that sounds like some rolling, whatever that one.
Rodan.
Rodan.
Dude, fucking.
Get naked, fucking flip.
Shout out Max.
Draws a lot of attention to us everywhere we go.
Everywhere we go, he's always doing a flip. So we were at the mall.
You can't trust that friend.
So we were at the mall, and he saw this wall, and he was like, "Dude, I can climb it. I can
Dude,
climb it."
I could totally get up that wall.
And so we're just like, "All right, you can get up the wall. You can get up the wall." And so he climbs up the wall, and he hits the security line. You know, there's a laser there, so he hits the security line. Everything. Next thing you know, a siren goes off, and we have to run to the elevator before we get caught.
I was just like, oh, I knew this was gonna happen. I said
He
it.
seems like the guy that tried out for Spider-Man, but just didn't quite cut it, and his like
There's too much skin
aspirations.
for it.
They're like, sir, we're down for Into the Spider-Verse. We made him black, you know. It's as far as we're gonna go. We can't have fucking Spanish Rodriguez Spider-Man, you know. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
like
yeah.
Peter
Parker.
No, like we'll name him Peter. What's a Spanish last name?
Pablo Hernandez.
We'll name him Peter Hernandez.
Pierre.
Pierre Hernandez. Thank you.
Don't worry, just got the more water.
Oh, it's not alcohol or anything, guys.
They're just chugging water over here. We did get down at the skate park. It's very hot in Alaska. It's about like what, 80 degrees today? 85?
Yeah, pretty much.
So listen,
Felt like it.
listen. In Texas,
For
it's
my
like
tits.
106 or something, right? And I would not complain about the day because I'd stay inside. I know my limits in Texas, but here I read 85 and I'm just like, ooh. And Texas is like 103. I can go outside right now, still burning up because all I do is wear jeans.
It's 81 in
You-
my city,
you don't
but
like,
it's raining.
You don't like showing your legs?
No, I
It's
got
chicken
toothpick
legs.
legs.
That's fine, man. Girls like that shit.
Well, that's a fucking lie.
They like them.
They're like, oh my god, did you see how skinny his
This
legs
is
was?
skinny.
Oh my
Exactly.
God.
So, back to the conversation. So, Justin used to do powerlifting, right?
Yeah.
Powerlifting.
Yeah.
And our boy over here, Lit Dan, aka Nick, he also did powerlifting. Did you?
He's
No.
bodybuilding.
No.
Bodybuilding?
Yeah.
Competitive bodybuilding?
Yeah.
So, what is that about? What's the difference between that and powerlifting? Because.
Powerlifting, you don't have to look good. You just gotta
So
lift a lot.
we're not homosexual.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not wearing.
I'm just
Powerlifters
kidding.
don't
Raj.
wear. Powerlifters don't walk around in little speedos. Say, hey, can you oil me up?
Hey, well, I'll get to that, but no, powerlifting. So powerlifting, I'm sure you know, you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so
This is all brand new to me.
powerlifting is the name. What it sounds like. You're lifting for power, so you're trying to lift as heavy as you can.
Okay.
And that's pretty much
as little amount as good form as possible.
yeah. And then
Because you're just trying to get it
bodybuilding
up.
is it doesn't have to be high reps, but it's just you're not
You gotta look good.
you're sculpting your muscle
Okay.
to look a certain way. So when you go on, you don't even have to do it to go. So if you go on stage, it's all about how with the we don't. It's not even oil anymore. That's like 1970. But they put bronzer on you. They spray you.
Okay. Greaser.
And like stuff that makes you look oiled up. And what it does is it brings out the definition for after when you cut for the show and all that stuff. So
you're working out behind the scenes.
What do you mean?
Like before you go on the stage to flex your muscles, you are taking some sets, just killing it.
So
in the background
for a bodybuilding show.
So you go out there sweaty.
I'm not sweating. It's just like a pump. You just get the blood pumping your muscle up. So you have about
sex, you gotta do little push-ups.
Yeah,
make
exactly.
Your chest look a little bigger.
Yeah, so she can bibbity bop around.
No.
Okay,
smack them around. You know?
Right, you didn't know about that one.
But no, in a bodybuilding show, like you usually have it depends on what shape you're in.
Okay.
12 weeks, 16. You can have. I knew a girl who was trying to do a show, and she was like, "I'm gonna do a 34-week prep." I'm like, "Holy shit!
Ooh.
What do you need to have 34 weeks for?" Nah, but generally, like I've done 3 of them, and I've always done like 12 to 14 weeks at most. So you start at whatever conditioning you are.
Okay.
And then you slowly implement cardio. You adjust your diet, and I'm not going to go too deep into that because it's just a bunch of confusing stuff that I've been taught.
Right.
And then you're also
supplements.
No, like the diet part, but like lifting, and then you're lifting weights, and then you taper it off to do a. Do you know her?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then you taper it off to do a certain, like to change how you're lifting to fit the bodybuilding show. And then once you get about a week out, you're doing all these things to like tighten up your body more.
Yeah.
To, like kind of like make it crisper.
Because if it ain't tight, it ain't right.
And then you go on the
Pause.
and then you go onto the stage and you show off what you've been dieting and cutting and cardio and all that stuff coming together. And then you pose and you do a routine, and then you place and see what happens. So that's pretty much the gist of it. And then powerlifting is like, I'm gonna fucking lift this heavy shit.
Just like those things that people pop like to wake people up that pass out. Sometimes people do that.
Yeah, that opens their lungs up.
Yeah, some people do that right before they lift. They just.
Are you afraid when you used to power lift? Were you afraid that your heart was gonna explode?
No.
Because when you deadlift, as soon as you go all the way up and you release, that's your heart just exploding right there.
What?
Yeah. Because your heart is just beating like as hard as it can, so it can lift that weight.
No, I mean I get up there.
As soon as you release, it just goes boom.
I've never heard of that because I
didn't know that.
There's dudes lifting like 1,000-pound deadlift.
But if you see their like weight, like how they look, they're huge. So they can.
Still 1,000
most of it is muscle. It's not the heart. But like a weak guy like me trying to lift 1,000 pounds, my heart's gonna make me pass out.
He's only lifting what was your max? Like
610,
600. So think of the difference.
600 just casually?
No, not just casually, dude.
So say
600, 700 maybe.
How much did you weigh?
Like 170.
Okay, so let's say he's 170 and that's 600. That's like 500-pound difference. Then you got to think of the guy who does 1,000 pounds. Usually is what, like 300-400. So that's 600-pound difference. So it kind of equals out in a sense.
Per size.
Depending on, some people are stronger than they look. Some people aren't. Like I'm not strong whatsoever, but I know how to sculpt and make muscle appear.
Yeah.
Like for bodybuilding, it's all about how you can. It's like how you make yourself look. Like you could be small, but then when you're on stage, if you have enough muscle, enough conditioning, like being lean enough, you look bigger than you are. Right. It's like all an illusion.
So I'm gonna have to pause you right there because we have to hit our sponsor. What is today's sponsor today?
Okay, so we're sponsored by fucking Proper 12. Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor
There you go.
whiskey, right?
That's my officer right there.
Conor McGregor whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's a fucking Proper 12.
I don't even know what that means.
It's whiskey, guys. It's some good stuff.
Yeah.
I've had it.
I heard it.
I approve of it.
I heard it smoothly goes down.
The butthole.
Exactly.
Hey, you get drunk faster.
So, question. Now I got a real question for you.
What's up?
Butt chugging. Do you think that's real or do you think it's fake?
Oh, that's absolutely real.
It has to be real.
They put the thing in your asshole.
Beer pong.
You get a couple swigs in that. It'd be like,
dude, could you imagine if it was like liquor though? Probably burn like
No.
What beer?
Beer,
It's
though.
still beer.
No,
Like,
but
beer
I'm
has
talking about-
alcohol
I'm sure
in
they're
it.
not like
I'm talking
putting
about
it
hard
in like
liquor, like
full
whiskey.
fledged, but I'm sure they're like sip on that a little bit, buddy. Like
What are they?
that.
No,
Farm
no,
stuff.
no. Comes out, shoots right back up.
That leads into there's this movie. Oh, what's that movie with John Cena where his like daughter's about to have sex and
Cockblocks.
Cockblock. That happens in that. Remember they make him do it and he farts and it like explodes in his face. Or whatever.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, that reminds me of that movie.
Dude, that's so, like, I feel so bad for those parents because, like, no parent wants their kid having sex. I don't know why. Like,
No, when you're a parent,
I don't
and you
really care.
and you
because-
have your like little kid, the kid that you raised from the beginning, just out there fucking anything.
See,
that
but
moves.
I know, like,
I don't
when
look
I was
at
in
it.
high school, I
I
was
was-
just slaying it.
I don't look at it that way.
But don't you didn't tell your parents, did you?
Of course I didn't tell
Don't
my
fucking
parents.
tell them. Like I wouldn't want my kid telling me that. I would look
I
at them and I'd be like,
actually-
you disappointing little shit. You know, like
I don't think they were though in the movie. She wasn't like telling them. They were like snooping on them.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's their
look at her
fault.
Like
phone.
that is their
That's
fault.
the parents' fault because then
If they
They're
just
thinking
did
about
not
it.
snoop.
But it's just life. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah,
They're
it's
gonna do
male,
it.
female,
They're gonna do it.
interaction, female, interaction, male, interaction. You know?
going to hell, man.
what's worse is like just think like your parents get it on. That's
Exactly.
That's even worse.
So what I did here, I was watching a movie, Wolf of Wall Street, that when you grow up and you've been with somebody for the longest time, that like sense to like have intercourse with them goes away, and you just don't want to do that with them.
I mean, I was
anymore.
I was with my girlfriend, like my ex-girlfriend, for 3 years, and like in the beginning, we used to freaking like pound it out, and like towards the end, we were just like maybe like once a week, and you know that's still like
That's still a lot.
that's still a lot, but compared to like before, where it was like every day, multiple times a day, I don't know. So I guess that's right. Like you just don't do it
I mean,
as often.
okay, so I'm married.
Okay.
We can talk relationship stuff for a little while. So when you say that, I try to tell a lot of people. Like one of my best friends. What's funny is he just became a sergeant in the army.
Okay.
And he's been in like probably the same amount as you.
Okay.
And this dude
1.5 years.
doesn't even understand. He's like, dude, I don't even know how I'm a sergeant. I think they just like pin me. Like
That's exactly what they want to do to me, and I keep rejecting that
and
offer.
so he's like, bro, and he's S6. So that's
Really?
funny.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Ryan Thomas.
Let's go beat him up.
So no, but he's like, bro, I hate it, this and that. He's like, I don't even like he did all the requirements, but like he did his board in the Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So it's
Overseas
like easy
board.
and like went to BLC, blah blah. Anyways, that's aside from it. But what you were saying with females, because he has a girl, Ryan dude, and like you have to look for a girl with more than just looks because eventually it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what he
eventually
said in
doesn't
the
matter.
movie.
It really doesn't because
The
like
personality is what always will take it away. But you also want to like date for a while, so when
Yeah.
you do get married, you will not run into that problem.
Yeah.
You want to
you
get like
still will to an extent. It just happens. Like you could have the hottest girl in the world. Like I'm sure Tom Cruise or some dude who's like fucking wicked rich.
dude,
can get
Tom
any-
Cruise has a middle tooth.
Okay, anyways. Alright, fucking Dan Bilzerian. You know all those girls he has? You
Yeah.
know who that is?
No.
You don't know who Dan Bilzerian is? You know who that is?
No.
Are you fucking kidding me? He has like the he has more followers than anybody on Instagram. He's like
probably bottom all.
Is he like the world world record egg?
No, alright, here, put that down. I'll
Okay,
school
okay.
you
What's
up
his
on
name? What's his
Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah, found it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like
you know who he looks like?
Let me see.
He looks like what's that guy?
anybody who's listening, Dan Bilzerian, he's like the fucking like
King of Instagram.
world icon, like of everything. He like does everything you could think of. He shoots guns. He rides fucking. You had to have seen that dude.
He looks like the picture for like the Meninist tweets.
No, look him up on Instagram. So
just the beard.
all right, so actually don't even look him up. We'll talk a little bit about that too.
Got it.
So Dan Bilzerian, he supposedly when he was interviewed by David Stern, I think, or some shit, like on one of those newscast things, he was saying, "Oh, I won all this," because he's like a multi-billionaire. Like he's one of those people that can live like
Off
no
the
fucks
money.
given. Like
Yeah.
I can throw my shoes away each day, rich. Like
Billy
I can
Mays.
throw my house away each day.
He looks like Billy Mays.
Oh yeah, because I know who Billy Mays is.
You don't know who Billy Mays is?
Oh,
No.
okay, we're straying away from it. We're straying away.
This happens all the time. We
All right, it's all good.
Keep
So
going.
Dan Bilzerian, he claims he got famous off of he's a professional poker player, or he was an amateur poker player, and he would go to professional, like like the fucking ESPN how they play poker on there.
Mm-hmm.
He would go to those and win like millions and like 500 million, like crazy shit. They don't.
Yeah, they do.
I don't see it.
Billy
That's
Mays.
racist as fuck. That's like saying
No,
I
it's
look
the beard.
like
It's the
fucking-
beard.
He's like fat. The other dude's fucking ripped.
No, look at Billy Mays, bro. Don't talk about Billy Mays like that.
Anyways,
Look
again.
at that beard, bro.
Anyways, he.
Twins.
So honestly, he's known for like nothing and everything at the same time. So his Instagram, he gets a lot of following because he always has like 20 bitches around him at all times.
Okay.
Like you would imagine, like, okay, even if a guy gets a lot of girls,
Hope he gets his syphilis
hey
shot
guys, I'm gonna go to sleep just by myself. No, that's not the case. He's like a even bigger scale Hugh Hefner.
Okay.
Like he probably goes to sleep with 20 girls, showers with 20 girls, sex with 20 girls, eats with 20. And Chris D'Elia, do you know who that is?
You said he eats 20
No,
girls?
with 20 girls.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is, he's like known for that because he's always has pictures on like yachts with all these girls.
Yeah.
And like he's gotten confronted about it. Like, do you just like what do you like at some point you have to like be like, all right, I want to be alone. Like, but then his life is literally just with those girls, either riding like 4-wheelers, being on a yacht, throwing money in the air. Like this dude has like a crazy lifestyle.
Okay.
So like that's what he's like rich off or famous for. But he claims he got the money from winning poker tournaments, but people have called him out saying he's a trust fund baby. So like all his parents left their money to him
behind, yeah.
and he's like a billionaire. So like he just buys like crazy cars and drag races them. Just like an extreme lifestyle. Like that's what he's known for. Like, and he puts it on Instagram in such a colorful way, like with pictures. But people are like, oh my god, I wish I was him because he has all the most hot, extravagant girls across the world.
Okay, so what's the point of this story? Like, that
No.
you're telling me. You're just
What?
rubbing it in my face.
No, but there was even the girls that he has in his pictures, like, if you were to date one of them, like, I dated a girl at Fort Carson who was, like, up to par with the girls, like, looks-wise and everything that he has in one of his pictures, if you look. And, like, I got to a point where I was even like that with her. Like, the whole looks kind of faded. I was like, she's still okay.
She's like,
what I'm trying to get at is, like, you can have the hottest girl, but, like, there's a lot of other factors that can make her look uglier when you're with her. Like, oh, she has... that, or she's annoying, or we don't have anything in common, or let's say she has a fucking weird mole somewhere. Like, you don't know. Just
weird mole.
Yeah, just something that's like...
A middle tooth.
No. And that shit adds up because like you see her from afar and you're like, oh, she's got big boobs, she's hot, and then you get up close and you get to know who she is. You see like she has a fucking birthmark on her ass or something weird.
Yeah.
Like you don't know all these little things that add up.
Kiss it like that.
You're like at the end you're like, man, like this doesn't matter because I don't like her as a person.
Yeah.
So like
You gotta...
unless you're just somehow that attractive,
Shallow.
which I don't understand. I don't think anybody can be that attractive where you're like, I can deal with all this shit
Listen.
forever.
If you were like Dan, more props to you. I'm happy for you. Grow up, be a Dan for the rest
Well,
of
he
your
does it.
Get married.
No, he
Is he
I've
married?
already looked it up. No, he pays these girls because the pictures profit him money. So like they'll call him up
So they get a
and they'll be like, "Hey, I'll be in these pictures," like, and they'll like have like a contract between
You know-
him hanging out with them,
you
kind of like
know-
Hugh Hefner.
How much, like, how many females just want to be in the photos for free just so they can have that fame? Like, I don't think he even pays these people.
Well, he explained.
does
He
it to
explained
him.
to Howard Stern or David Stern or one of these fucking people on the news, and he was like, "Do you think you're like womanizing and this and that?" He's like, and
Womanizer.
he's like, "No, I don't." He's like, a lot of these girls, honestly, like just want somewhere to hang out where they don't have creepy guys hitting on them, but at the same time, they're like being like he's a sugar daddy. Like they know what they're signing up for. They're going.
Yeah. they
He's
know
gonna
what
be
they're
like,
doing.
"Hey, you trying to fuck?" And then they're like, "Yeah," and then he pays them, and then they hang out with him.
Oh, so we're talking about prostitutes here.
Well, yeah, he's banging all of them, but at the same time, they're hanging out. It's like mutually.
It's a mutual agreement.
but there's like
between all of them?
500 of them, and they're all like, he has like,
So is he like
There's a
the
sh-
Playboy Mansion?
you can look him up on Instagram, and you'll see exactly what, like, visually what I'm explaining.
I don't think I want to. My mom wouldn't approve this.
No, but like everyone follows him, and like he's very known because of the things that he does, and like he has ATVs, and he's always doing like going at shooting ranges, doing like, and it's just like he does montages of like all this wild shit he does every day, and he doesn't have a job. Like he's just rich. Like imagine, like you know Richie Rich the kid.
Mhm.
Imagine just being like an adult version of that. That's what he's
That's what's up.
portrayed as. So he's like, oh, today I just want to go fucking do a range and have all these badass weapons.
So I
and-
want to shoot a giraffe.
Bro,
Did you
I
find
just
him?
like one of the videos just showed a whole tit like, on
Did you find
Instagram. That
show him, here, watch.
no, bro, that
No,
is
just show
that
him,
needs
like-
to be kicked out of Instagram.
show him, like,
this
one-
is not Twitter. Like,
Look
look at this.
Fat cat.
See, like
a whole
that's
titty's
like,
out right there. Like crazy.
I'm saying like you see how
did she dive in that
like
snow?
see how it's with all these girls like that.
Yeah.
Like that's all the time though, and he just buys shit for them, hangs out with them, does crazy shit,
You think they're good at skiing?
Probably not.
and he just
He
he just
wants to be
stands there like he's like a 40-something-year-old dude, and girls are like,
I mean,
see what I'm saying?
Bet she has a bunch of kids.
do you
though.
think they're cold? Like they're
have to be cold.
they're like
But you see
naked
the light,
right
and he
there.
has like his own logo, that logo that you see,
Yeah.
like the bull horns or whatever.
hook 'em horns.
But he has a lot of businesses. He fucking got rich off of poker because he's like a professional poker player. He has these women that get him rich. Like,
Okay.
but he was saying like at these parties he only invites like 10 friends, and he's like there's like 500 girls, and he's like so the girls get to pick the guys
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to guys creeping on the girls. So it gives them selection.
That's what's up.
And
I
he's
hate
like-
when I go to parties and there's nothing but dudes. And
Yeah, and he's like,
a little bit
if
of
they,
girls.
he's like, I help the girls out. I favorite because they get to choose from us. Like they don't have to have 500 guys choosing 10 girls. You know.
Mhm.
Hey, do you have any
So, yeah.
what's your house like? How many rooms do you have?
I just have a 1-bedroom apartment with like
Oh.
a pretty big living room and a kitchen and.
You should get a different house so me and Justin can move in. I am trying to get out the barracks.
I'll get a big ass fucking like.
All you need is a 3-room bedroom.
Well, tell him,
we'll
tell him
pay
what your wife
rent.
does.
Huh?
Tell him what your wife does. Like,
Oh shit. So my wife's a leasing consultant.
Okay.
So she's pretty much like an apartment real estate agent. Like
So hook us up. We want an apartment
dip the barracks.
under $900.
I mean, she can show you some places
Boom.
and like get you like the cheapest thing.
All right, we're gonna exchange emails after this.
Nigga, I got your phone number, dog.
Emails.
What are we fucking
It has to sound
1800?
it has to sound professional on the
I'm gonna
podcast.
text you, dog.
We're gonna exchange emails.
Okay, so we're talking about some shitty movies, right? And there's Spider-Man, fucking
Spider-Man.
Homeschool or whatever it's called.
No, wait,
Yeah.
Far From Home. Far From
Bro, did
Home.
somebody fart? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I did. I didn't.
Maybe you just smell your hot breath right now.
Maybe
I'll light a
that's it.
candle. Don't worry about it.
I used to do that at school. Like when, girls, like when people would argue with me, like I just go, "Oh my god, did you brush your teeth today?" and like cover my nose. And they'd be like, "Are you serious?"
Oh yeah, but movies. So I'm not a bit. Well, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but like most people are gonna disagree. But I think
Tom
like,
Holland is my
nah,
Spider-Man.
Nah, fuck that. Fucking Tobey Maguire, and that's it.
Did you not watch Spider-Man 3? Worst movie.
No,
ever.
that one sucks. 1 and 2 are the best in the whole series.
Which one was the one where
I don't even know why Garfield's ass is even a Spider-Man person. Holland's good, but dude, the best movies 1 and 2, man. Like that's how I view
Hugh
Spider-Man. Huh?
I don't know who that guy is.
Hugh
Just the name
Hefner?
that propped up.
Who?
Hugh Hefner?
Hugh Hefner?
Yeah.
The Playboy dude.
Wait, you were just talking about him. So
You don't know who
okay.
Hugh
I was-
Hefner is?
I was just wondering why that popped up in my head for some reason.
Anyways, I saw Child's Play, the remake.
Really?
So
Is that the Chucky one?
yeah.
yeah, have you seen the original one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Chucky.
The
Scared the
1988
shit out
one.
of me.
You know
So
the kid had problems, like
I was no.
psychological problems after that movie.
nah, I didn't.
You said
know that.
what?
He had like that kid had like, psychological problems after that movie. Cause
Who?
the
The
little
one
boy.
in the movie?
Andy,
Yeah.
the one that plays, not the new one, the old one, because the new one he's like. So okay,
Weak-minded.
these are my problems with the new one.
Weak-minded.
So he's like 13 years old, and they're giving him a damn fucking toy doll. Like I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is
I know.
this?
I'd be like, dude, you don't even know me. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be ungrateful. I'd be
I'd
like,
be like,
thanks,
can
Mom.
I get like
Money?
yeah, like
Mom, can
a
you buy
gift
me
card to like
buy me the
I don't
new
know.
PlayStation that's out on the
Not this damn
PS4.
doll that looks at me all weird. It's fucking ugly ass. No, but like, I think if there was no other Chucky ever made before this new one, it would be really good because the premise of it makes it's kind of embarrassing because the doll looks stupid. It's supposed to revolve around like kind of like all the stuff we have nowadays, like Siri and like Google Chrome and all this shit.
Okay.
And the doll is AI, so it like scans the kid's eyes and like detects its emotion, like all this stuff. And so the whole movie premise is like he has to protect Andy, kind of like the Terminator.
Oh, okay.
And so like there's a scene where the cat scratches Andy, and he's like, ah, shit. And then Chucky's not even scary. It has no like character to him because he's not
He's like robotic kind of.
Yeah, the original Chucky, if you remember, was a serial killer put into the body.
Yeah.
So he's like talks and has personality. This one's like robotic, like you said. And so he cuts the cat scratches him, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm bleeding." And then Chucky's like, "Did the cat or kitty hurt you or something?" Like talking like
a kid.
like,
yeah.
"Did the kitty hurt you?" And then he's like, "Yeah, it's cool though, because he's 13. He's not a little kid going like it doesn't make sense why such an old kid has this doll anyways. He's like playing checkers with it, like in the movie. And
He's
then,
a loser.
And then he comes back in to the room, and Chucky's like choking the fucking cat.
Damn.
And it's like, but it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I get he's trying to protect him, but like, I don't know, it doesn't have, it has a lot of plot holes.
I don't like that. I'm glad I didn't see the movie. I'm glad I didn't
I
waste
had
my
such
money.
high hopes for it.
I'm glad I didn't waste my money, so you wasted your money.
Well, like, I'm a huge horror movie fan.
Mm.
Like, I love the horror genre.
I'm not a psychopath. I don't
You don't like
just,
horror?
I don't like just randomly watching it. Like, I'd go with friends.
Really, because I've suggested horror movies. And
Like-
you're like,
No,
oh,
no. What's that? No, Mom?
No, that shit was dumb. I saw that.
That
It was
was
dumb?
so dumb.
But
What?
it was dumb enough to have fun with it, if that makes any sense.
Really?
Yeah, so, like, if you're just trying to have fun and, like, understand that it's not going to be some in-depth, like, horror movie, then you'll have fun with it.
See-
like, it's not half bad. I'll give it a B minus or a C.
I would, like, the movie I like is Get Out. Get Out was
Okay,
really
yes,
good.
that's like
that
an
was
A
constructed
minus,
good, though.
A movie. Hereditary, have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's
that,
like an
that
A
was
plus,
a good movie.
A
That
minus.
was a very good movie.
Stuff like that I really like, but if I know it's gonna be something
Stupid, like
Ma, then
Ma.
I'm not gonna go into it being like, this is gonna be some like super in depth like crazy shit.
Well,
I'm
I
just gonna
don't
be like,
wanna-
oh,
I
this is
don't
gonna be
even-
funny. Like, it's funny. Like, did you see it?
No, I don't even want to
Like-
waste my money
like,
to go see it. It
you-
looks.
since- I'll just tell you one scene. Like, this is kind of the gist of like how you would think. There's a scene where like Ma's like, oh, we're gonna have fun now, and she like puts a gun on the kid, and she's like, take off your clothes. And he's like, get naked, boy. And they're like, what the fuck's going on? And he gets naked, and she just starts laughing at his dick. And she's like, ha ha ha. She's like, I'm just messing with y'all. This ain't even been used before. She puts the gun down, and they're all like, what the fuck?
She gets all
Like that.
serious.
But like, that's like as scary as it gets. Like stuff like that. Like the end scene's a little bit scarier, but like, it's really more of just like a kind of funny, like, but really cheesy, like
Yeah.
Ah, dude.
teenage, like the betrayal the
Yeah,
portraying of like it's supposed to be high school, like juniors or seniors, but they're talking to each other like, I really like you, like.
Oh,
I'm glad you
like
asked me
middle
out.
school,
Like,
like,
yeah, it's not even like,
XD.
hey, what's up, babe? Like how a real teenage, like 18, 17-year-old would, like,
Hey, what's up, babe? I heard that you were down
like
on
this,
Flacco.
like, hey,
Like,
you're cute.
Hey,
Like,
let me
that's,
smash.
like, that's actually realistic now.
Yeah, dude.
But now,
Yo,
in this
my-
movie, they're like, I really was hoping you asked me out. And they, like, look like they're, like, middle
Hey, I used to
schoolers.
do that sometimes. But, hey, you gonna let me hit it? Like, just being stupid, man. Just being stupid.
Yo, he's just like, hey, babe, send me your number so I can send you some memes. You know, the usual high school experience at this point.
Like, you would enjoy the movie. Like, it's not gonna be anything crazy. I am looking forward to it, the chapter 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's,
It comes
I
out in
wanna
like
see
2
that.
months, and then
See, that's a movie I'm willing to go see because it's gonna be. It might be scary.
it's gonna be well.
I hope it's not
they
like
said
a,
that
I hope
it's
it's not
supposed
like
to
a
have
Chucky.
the most blood in cinema history.
So gory.
No, like blood, like most blood on screen, like not necessarily gory, but like
Oh, y'all seen
like
Evil Dead?
blood, like displayed.
Evil what?
Yeah, I've
Evil
seen
Dead?
the new one or the old
Yeah,
one.
the new
I've
one.
seen both of
The
them.
new one was so gory, but I thought it was so funny. Like,
What movie
it was
did? Oh, this has a lot of hype behind it. So I watched it like a week ago, by myself, and because my wife,
Oh, by yourself.
no, because my wife, she can't do horror movies like at all. Like if you like see someone's finger get cut, she'll be like, she'll like start throwing up.
Okay,
and shit.
so
she's like a, I'm not gonna say a B word about it, but like she's kind of like.
Speaking of that,
We'll say sis.
we were watching what's that movie with the dinosaurs? Jurassic World?
Drastic part.
Yeah.
It's drastic, guys.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic.
The world one.
Mm-hmm.
Jurassic World.
Yeah, so my mom, in the middle of the movies, she screamed and ran out the movie theater after the T-Rex ate one of the dudes, like, out of nowhere. Remember that one scene? They're walking down the lake and then the dude gets eaten. My mom screamed and ran out the movie. Bro, I was losing it, bro. That shit was so fucking funny to me. She waited in the car the entire time. That's like the middle of the movie.
With the Chucky movie, there's one, like, it's more funny because, like, Chucky's always known to be a funny person, but even though he doesn't have character, there's a scene where they're like him and he's finally getting friends and they have the doll around them and they're like, one of the black kids is, of course he's black. He's like,
does he die first?
No, he doesn't even die. But he's like trying to get the doll to say, this is for Tupac. And like there's a scene where he stabs this dude and he's like, right before he's like, this is for Tupac, and it stabs him. And everybody's like, ah, it's fine.
Oh,
Because they're like trying to get him to say it, but he won't say it.
Mm.
And then Andy's like, he always says like what I tell him to say. And they're like, huh, must be a messed up doll. And then at the end, he says it or some shit. But
Creepy.
but goriness wise, in this movie, it was like hyped up to the max, and I was like, shit, I'll watch it. I'm not really into gore. Like I like more like the thriller, like Get Out type of stuff.
Yeah.
But like the Terrifier, have you heard of that?
No.
It's like, it's on Netflix, but it's supposed to be like really popular. And a lot of people rave about it. It's a clown, another like adaptation of like a scary clown, and his name's what's his name? It's like a really easy name to remember. I don't know why, but he's like stalking these two girls on Halloween night, and they're getting back from like a Halloween party.
Yeah.
And Art, his name is Art the Clown, and that is probably the most gory movie I've seen. Like almost to a point where you're like, this is like too far.
Speaking
That's like, if you go watch like half the movie and you're like, yeah, this shit's crazy.
Speaking of clowns, the new Joker movie is coming out soon.
Yeah, with
It looks
Joaquin
depressing,
Phoenix.
man. It looks
I
depressing.
really want to see it. I want to see how they're gonna form this Joker,
Yeah.
because they're gonna, of course, have a new Batman, because
With fucking
the whole DC
Twilight.
Yeah.
the whole DC storyline is completely off. None of it makes sense.
So trashed.
Like, they're not Marvel, and they can't be Marvel. I don't know why they're attempting at it.
I mean, like DC has such good like
They have
heroes.
good characters.
Yeah, they have good
Amazing.
characters, but the way they make their
The movies were just so off. Oh wait, where are we at? We gotta hit our sponsor again.
The same sponsor, right?
Same sponsor.
All right, this is brought to you by Kellogg's. I'm just kidding.
Kellogg's.
Fucking Proper 12, Conor McGregor.
Proper.
Go buy it. Batteries not included.
Battery. You can get the
Which was supposed to be the original name for the first Child's Play Chucky movie, just so you know.
the Mayweather one too.
Yeah, 1, 2. No. This is brought to you by fucking Proper 12 whiskey. Fuck 1, 2 Mayweather, 3, 4 McGregor. There you go.
there you go. That's
3, 4 McGregor.
He still lost. No matter
In
what.
boxing, let's see
No
him get a
matter
knee
what.
to the fucking face.
No matter what, Mayweather's
Fucking break his orbital bone.
Mayweather is so old. You need to
Bro,
understand
he's
that.
not that old for boxing.
For UFC.
You can't do it. You can't.
For UFC.
All right, let's clinch up and see what I can do to you.
No. What?
Exactly. Well, if we're boxing, right, with
Bro,
big
that
ass
is-
gloves,
That is sus right there.
all you do is here. Put your hands up.
You just
Watch.
You want to clinch with me, bro?
Yeah, bro.
You want to clinch me,
Better
bro?
clench some ass cheeks. All right.
Shit.
Put your hands up like
Okay.
this.
Put your hands up.
Hands are up.
All right. Watch how easy this is to block. Yeah. But when you have fucking small MMA gloves and someone goes like this to you, fucking.
He kissed me.
If someone goes to you, what are you gonna do?
Starts seducing my ear. Yeah.
No, but even Conor McGregor brought it up. He's like, bro, come into MMA. Let's see how fucking long it lasts.
It won't last.
It'll
That's
be
why
like
he won't fight him.
Exactly. At least Conor has enough balls to go, okay, I'm going
Conor
to
was-
train boxing for
Conor-
6 months to fight the greatest boxer of all time.
Mayweather did
Technical
not,
boxer of all time.
Mayweather did not even like encourage the fight. Didn't even like he respected.
He needs the money. Conor even acknowledged the fact that he was the what is it? The fucking people tax collectors or something. IRS was like out for him, and he's trying to get a payday. So why else would he even acknowledge Conor like that? Like if you're the greatest in something. And somebody who's coming from
because he was the greatest from the UFC.
That's like a dude in like European amateur league basketball being like, yo, Michael Jordan, you're trash. Let's play 1-on-1 when Jordan was in his prime.
And Michael Jordan would actually.
Why would Jordan even acknowledge it? I'd be like, bro, you're fucking. I'd be like, bro, you're trash, dog.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Who's the one that acknowledges that?
Everyone.
One basketball player really.
Probably LeBron. LeBron, despite like his like the way he plays, because he plays selfishly, but like he's a good person. He does a lot for his community and stuff. But Michael Jordan never did shit for his community.
But I like that because he's like, yo, I don't fucking get involved with shit. I just play basketball. Like you don't always have to have a goddamn politician as a basketball. Like I like how Jordan was like just straight to the point. Like I'm gonna fucking play hard and then be a basketball player. And leave it at that. Like, it's not saying what LeBron's doing is not good, but like, that's how I am with things. Like, I'm not gonna like dabble into anything else. I'm gonna stick to what the task is at hand.
Yeah.
And not try to like, I don't know, like all this social justice.
I mean, he's trying to be a leader.
Political views. Where do you stand on that?
Like with what? Like that's a pretty broad.
Exactly, it's a pretty broad question. So where do you stand on it? Like, are you like a hard Democrat, a hard Republican? Or you're like easy middle, you support both, or you just like go and look at what you want in a person, and then you go down the line, see if your person support what you support, and then you vote for them. Like, how do you look at it?
I'm not like super heavy in. I keep thinking your drink's like fucking cold as shit, but I'm like he's just vaping into the cup. No, I really like when it comes down to it. I think we're on like such a small scale as far as like we're not making enough money and we're not high enough status wise to like really need to even care about all the president shit. Like that's not really gonna affect us at our level.
It's not gonna affect us. But
I don't think so. But like
when they start cutting military spending, that's gonna fucking affect us.
Well, yeah, but like, I'm saying like,
listen, I need my paycheck.
Like we're not in a position where we can affect things as much. Like who do you think's gonna be able to do more? Me or fucking Tom Cruise or some shit? I don't know why I keep like referring to Tom Cruise.
It's just his middle tier. It's his middle tier that's bothering me right now.
Dan Bilzerian has way more of an effect on changing this world than I do because of his money, his status. Like those are the people that ultimately need to care. I don't need to care. That's what you think. But when we have these 34 viewers going off of what you say, that's gonna change your mind.
You just told them that they're worthless.
Guys, don't fucking vote. It's conspiracy theory.
It's all rigged. Well, Google is trying to rig
the election.
The election, yeah. They're like,
how would they rig the election?
I don't know.
Honestly,
are they gonna go off what Russia did?
There was an interview.
I like Trump, but they're
who?
Trump.
You mean
President Trump? Mr. President?
Okay, sorry.
Commander-in-Chief Trump?
Anyways.
Daddy Trump?
Whoa. I don't know what you guys do on your own time, but that's up to you. No, I like Trump. He says some not so good things, and he says some good things, and he has some good policies. And I think people, like, you gotta realize when you're a civilian, or whatever you want to call it, not the president for however long he's been on Earth up until he became president, you can't like become a president and then people are gonna start like trying to bring shit up like the grab you by the pussy thing.
Yeah.
Like
something so old.
Like you're gonna have. He's in a position of being a billionaire or whatever,
you're gonna have
and all this power and like being a celebrity. Like, there's no way you're gonna be able to go become president and not one person comes out of the woodworks and is like, "This happened," and not even like like that's not. I don't know. It's just.
I feel like
stupid.
The only reason they want that. So the Democrats can have somebody they support, but the houses, like
People are starting to like
what
Trump that are
What is it?
Democrats.
The Senate
starting
and
to-
the Senate and the what?
The what?
Legislative.
No. The two houses. What are they? The God, dude, they're gonna hear this part and they're gonna be like, "What fucking idiots!" Yeah, keep talking. I'm gonna look this up. The two houses, they one is super Republican and one is super Democrat. So as soon as Trump sends out a policy, it goes to the first house, and they're all like, "No, we don't support Trump. We don't like him. We're all Democrats. We all hate him." And then, but if it gets to the second house, everybody will support it because they like his bills. They shut down some of his bills too, but because they were ridiculous. Also, he went into North Korea. What do you feel about how he did that?
I don't know.
I mean, I
How
think
I
he's
feel.
doing a great job for peace. Like, because everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna go to war if Trump's president."
I don't know. Like, I think our society is too sensitive these days. Like about everything. Everybody is fucking.
I think that's the problem with our generation. Is just
like
everyone
everybody's
has an opinion.
No. It's not our generation. It's the
hippies.
House and the Senate. It's called the House and the Senate.
Oh, okay, good job.
I
Thank
think if more people just like kept to themselves, like
No, it's
and
those
not fucking butt their heads and everything,
It's
we would
those
have a better
stupid
society.
millennials.
It's not even
Millennials
that.
are
Like
getting
they can
so
they can be
butthurt.
stupid.
No,
they can be dumb on
Gen
their
Z with
on their
us.
own.
Is Gen Z with us?
Yep.
When were you born?
97.
Gen Z.
I thought
96.
98. I thought 98
Nope.
was
96.
96. Okay,
Looked that up earlier. I get
Where
into
the-
a lot
Man, I
of
made that cut off, bro.
barely.
Welcome to Gen Z,
Yeah.
Thank you.
where we are fighting for the future. Like, I understand, okay, so Gen Z, they're mostly about, like, saving the earth, because we're the ones that are gonna live in it. Those, baby boomers and all that,
Yeah, they wrecked it for us.
destroyed it for us. So now we have to figure out a way to fix it, coming up with new policy plans and all that. I don't think we should be focused on, like, immigration and all that. Listen, it's important. I understand why we have borders, because we can't be like the European Union. Like, do you see how shitty their fucking shit turned out? That's why they all hate each other, and that's why they all want to part ways.
What I think is ridiculous is like people cramming like being a vegetarian down everybody's throat.
What? That's such an off topic.
Like fuck that shit, bro. Like
It's the same thing with
Like,
religion. Like,
no,
if
but
you're
I'm
not
saying-
if you're not my religion,
No.
you ain't shit.
like
you know?
people are like, well, you're just like animals. Like, okay, let's flip the script and have animals like let's kill us and then have animals just living on Earth. What the fuck's gonna happen?
Absolutely nothing.
We have a reason and purpose on Earth. Animals really don't like
no dogs do.
making someone happy or something.
Yes.
Yes.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Like, if we kill pigs and we make bacon, how is that affecting the world? But if we
love bacon.
if we kill
Chickens.
people that are important, that build shit, like, then we're not gonna have infrastructure. Like, it's not even a dog and a human aren't even on the close to the same scale.
Exactly.
Like, I love dogs
'Cause we have
I don't know
rules.
what kind of person you are with dogs, but I hate those fucking people who are like, "This is my baby," and they're like acting like it's a damn kid.
Exactly.
Fuck those people.
Very.
I know a
weird.
girl like that.
I hate that shit,
Very
bro.
beautiful.
No, your dog is not a baby. Fuck that dog. It's not even.
Fuck that dog.
It's running down the street.
Like,
I'm gonna hit
no,
it.
like those people that are like putting their dog up to scale with someone else's. Like if I ever meet someone and I have my baby in my hands, I'm like, this is my little girl. And they're like, this is my little girl. And it's their dog in their hand. I'm gonna be like, bro, get the fuck away from me.
Stop talking to me right now.
Like, your dog is not a person.
Produce
like,
a
it's not
human.
even close. Like, my little girl's gonna grow up and like fucking own a
Whoa,
business,
listen.
work somewhere, do something. Your dog, what is your dog gonna do? Eat fucking out of a bowl?
Eat its own shit.
Like, really bringing this world to fucking
I'm so happy for
greatness.
them. They're so
You
cute.
know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
there's
what you're
no
saying.
even comparison because everybody's like, how would you feel if you were fucking slaughtered? Well, one, I have
I
all
don't
these
care.
things I'm
I'm
doing
dead,
to.
thank God.
I'm in the army.
Slaughtered.
I'm fucking like reproducing like doing all these things that a dog does not really help change. A pig
Society.
doesn't do anything. It doesn't change the way the air is. It doesn't like I get it. It's not ideal. Like to like.
Did you know
You know what I'm saying? Like
when
it's just
cows
stupid.
burp, it when cows burp, it
Someone poops their pants.
No. the ozone layer is like slowly disintegrates. Did you know that?
Even when we breathe, it disintegrates.
Get out of here, dude.
No. Did you know that?
Like everyone goes.
No, because there's this research.
Every time Rodriguez talks, my asshole clenches up.
there's this research where this guy he tried to figure out why Africa has like the shittiest fucking like land and all that when they're by like the ocean, and they can like make rivers and all that, spread it around
canals.
and stuff like that. Exactly. So in Africa, this guy was just like the elephants. It's the elephants that are causing the environment to be shit. So they like massacred 22,000 elephants. And now elephants are going extinct because of him. And he's just like, it's not the elephants. We'll figure it out.
There are animals that I think we should just leave alone, or if we are gonna hunt them or whatever. I'm not a huge hunter, so like I know the basics, but like I know some people hunt some obscure shit. But like, don't go like all balls deep on fucking killing all of the every.
My thing is like whenever you put an animal on the endangered species list, like whatever they produce becomes more expensive. It becomes more wanted. So if you stop putting them on an endangered species list, like no one's gonna care. Like rhinos and stuff, like they're pretty much almost all dead because people wanted their ivory, their horns, and like this guy created a farm where like you can easily take off their horn, and now ivory is like it's not worth as much.
Yeah, like I understand like there are certain people like to hunt certain stuff because they like to cook their own stuff, like fresh elk or whatever, and they like to put the time into it. Yeah,
jerky's good, man.
But like certain things just don't need to be hunted. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like I'm gonna go fucking hunt a zebra elephant, like some shit that's like there's one in the whole world, like just like, or like very few of them, like pigs, chicken, like all that shit that we have to have, like we don't have to have or eat it, but like it's things that it's not like gonna make it crazy.
Yeah, man. Have y'all ever heard a rabbit cry?
Yeah.
No, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time I shot a rabbit.
What did they go?
Didn't die. And dude, it was like screaming. It was like, oh my god,
dude,
what the
it's
fuck is that?
What the?
And like my cousin, psychopath, freaking
snaps its neck.
Dude, he stomped on its head.
Oh shit! What?
Dude, I was like in 5th grade, and like we went out hunting, and dude, he just freaking. Bah.
So
I'm gonna do a quick interjection here. This is brought to you by Proper 12 Whiskey.
Oh, we hit our sponsor.
Sponsor.
Heck yeah! Wow, this is a very long podcast.
Yeah,
We're doing good because fucking Lit Dan is on this shit.
Lit Dan.
Lit Jan, thank you.
Lit Dan has a lot of opinions.
Yeah, buddy.
So there's this school. I forgot what it's called. Sapper? I think it's Sapper.
Sapper school?
Sapper
Bro,
school. Where
we're in an engineer battalion, bro.
Yeah, no. It's I don't even think it's Sapper. It's a different one. But they go through training, and one of their things, because they're out in the field, they have to murder an animal. Because if the animal comes too close, it's going to compromise the area.
Sapper. That's Sapper school.
Yeah. So one of the guys was beating a rabbit, and it started screaming and like yelling and all that. And one of the instructors was just like, if you don't kill that rabbit with one more hit, you're out of Sapper school. And so he grabbed the buttstock of his weapon and just wailed that rabbit with one last hit.
Yo, fam, leave me alone.
Poor Thumper, man.
Did not kill him. Got kicked out of Sapper school.
Oh damn.
Crazy.
Man, buttstock game's not good.
Exactly.
Should have jumped with it like a.
So jumped with it.
Yeah.
Like Thor's hammer. Just go down at it.
Yeah. Man.
Hammer down.
So there is a UFC card on this weekend.
Really?
A really good one.
Who's playing?
I know playing.
Playing.
You mean fighting?
No.
God, you fucking degenerate. Degenerate. Ellen DeGeneres. No, degenerate. Anyways, it's a really good fight. Sponsored by I'm just kidding. It's not sponsored by it, but
it's not sponsored.
UFC.
Modelo. It's Modelo time.
Yeah, you see those commercials?
Love Modelo time.
Gosh. No, but John Jones is fighting fucking what's his last name? Santos. And then I mean, you guys don't watch this shit, so I don't even know these people.
I mean,
You
I
know,
go.
You know who John Jones is?
I go to the
John
occasional.
Buns Jones, man. Come on. All right, we'll pass this subject because we have two non-combatants. Some combative level
I'm
2.
so sorry.
So you
I'm
better
upset
watch your
now.
ass, guys.
Watching people fight.
Sorry, but I know how to
Pretty
shoot.
fun because
I know how to shoot a weapon.
There's a lot of technicality to it, son.
If somebody wants to come up and fire and like fight me, I have a weapon.
Hey, there was this one time, the guy that
This
works-
is controlled fighting. This is not like, hey, I'm trying to jump you and then shank you and run away.
Exactly, but I have a weapon at all times.
Okay, like, you know how, like, no one in the S1 shop qualified but me?
It's my fist.
Yeah, dude, that was embarrassing. Montalvo was like zeroing his weapon for like 6 hours,
What's it called? Well, anyways, like, there was this jet that flew over, like, on the army side.
and they're like, fucking
Ceasefire.
No. Like,
They're like, shoot
we're
it.
just walking around, and this guy Orozco, he was like, dude, how funny would it? He's like, how crazy would it be like if Russia's just like showed up? Because we're walking past the company, and I was like, yeah, dude, we have to like run in the arms room or some shit. He's like, I know. He's like, could you imagine like holding down the what's it called company? I was like, dude, you didn't even qualify.
holding down the company. What does he do?
Yeah, like
We wouldn't hold down the company. We got the Air Force. We got the Air Force right next to
Yeah,
us.
I
They'll
don't
just
trust that.
send out some jets.
and he was like, could you imagine Montalvo? I was like, no, y'all didn't qualify.
He didn't even zero. He didn't even get to qualify. I got 37 though.
Hey, I'm happy for you.
ACOG, bro. ACOG, so cheap.
Hey, what the hell? Okay, so if we're in battle and you're like, the enemy's like, you're gonna be like, hey, throw away the ACOGs.
Throw away the ACOG.
We don't need to cheat like that.
Iron sights.
That is there's no integrity.
Army
integrity.
values.
Army values.
10 minutes.
Only
practice,
iron
blah, blah.
sights.
Only iron sights in this field.
Fuck. Not even close. You're trying to zero while getting shot at.
I think that it. Trying to zero. Just in the middle of the battle. Hey, check the.
Hey, 3 dials to the left. You're
on
like
you.
twisting the
Tick, tick, tick.
oh, with that fucking CCO. Alright, do you guys want to close on a certain subject? I think I helped the fluidity of this podcast, to be
really-
honest.
really good song.
Okay, so we had our special guest today, Nick.
Dirty Dan.
What is going on in
Wild
your
Dan.
life? What's going on in your life? Let us know.
I'm on leave right now for you civilian fucks out there. That means that I'm chilling, not at work, and that's really it. Just chilling,
What about you, Justin?
recovering,
What do you have in your life going on?
butt stuff.
Exactly.
What's
No, nothing right now. I'm in the army, so
Nothing.
that's about it.
It's
yeah.
not too lit in the army because you have to literally not be able to do anything.
Literally.
Exactly.
And if you do,
Literally.
you usually get caught and you
like
so-
literally.
like literally, bro.
What about you, Adrian?
What do I have going on in my life?
No one cares. We're wrapping this up.
Yo,
you have a
that's
great
it.
day. I'm just
This is
kidding.
your
No.
co-host and our guest.
Well, I gotta edit this video. That's it. That's all I got going on in my life.
Alright guys, enjoy 4th of July. Hope you get some fireworks, not only outside but in the bed, if you know what I'm saying.
Boom. This is gonna go out later though. We're doing weekly podcasts, so
Yeah.
the 4th of July is already gonna pass.
I
Make
hope you had a good 4th of July.
Make sure that you let your dogs leave your dogs inside.
Because it's going to hurt their ears.
It's gonna hurt their ears.
Pobrecitos.
Or someone might kill it.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Alright, everybody. This is...
What?
Alright, I think this is it for the podcast. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.
Ta-ta!